Hello everyone, this is Pam, Rose City Stitcher, coming to you with my July cross-stitch update. So this is a channel about cross-stitch, so if that's what you're here to see, you're in the right place. I'm so glad that you stopped by to see me. I hope you like what you see. Welcome back, those that are my returning viewers. Thank you for returning. I love that you took time to watch my video. You can see I'm in a different location today. It's very cloudy outside, so I'm in my bedroom where the light's a little bit better. So I'm hoping the lighting will be okay in here. So like I said, this is my July update and my August plans. So today is Saturday, August 2nd. So you'll see just a teeny bit of what I did on August 1st. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. First off, I've got one finish. This was kind of an unexpected finish. I had just realized I didn't have very many finishes lately, so I pulled one out that I knew I was pretty close to finishing and worked on this for about 4 days and finished it. And that's my Bunny Bakery. This is by It's So Emma, one of the Stitcher's Quarterlies from Fat Quarter Shop. So it's all of the fabric that they provided. And I love how it turned out. It's just so cute. So this will be ready for us for Easter next year. So that was my one finish. And then I do have a start. Actually, this start was an August start, but I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. And this is my Autumn Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I'm starting this with Terry Lee Crafts. Hi, Terry. We're excited to do a Quaker together. Both of us happen to have this pattern, so we decided we'd start this one together. And both of us pretty much got the same amount done. So there's my start. And this is on sand, just a Witchelt sand 28 count Lugana. So I thought it looked good on this. And I didn't have the called for thread, so I'm using a Victorian motto called Carrot Patch. So I like it. It's got just a slight variegation in it, so I think it's gonna look good. So that was a finish, and I may stitch on this like Terry Lee stitches hers on every Friday, where she's Quaker in a movie. So I may do the same type of thing, is stitch it on Fridays. All right. So next up, I have my Whip Go calls. Trying to get centered here. There we go. That's a little better. My two Whip Go calls. If you remember, my Whip Go is all my Fancy Ladies and my Mill Hill kits. And they called actually two Fancy Ladies this time. So the first one I'm going to show you is Enchanted Aurora, and that's by Joan Elliott. I love this one. So beautiful. And I'll show you my progress. And this is on the pole stitches that was recommended, the recommended fabric, but I don't know what it's called. And there's how far I got. Sorry, it's kind of wrinkled, but so I stitched that purple and blue on the side by the wolf. I got a pretty good bit done. I was enjoying stitching on this. So that was pretty much what I got done in the 4 days. I stitched on my Whip Go projects for 4 days. So that was Enchanted Aurora. So I was enjoying that one. And the other one was a Mirabilia called Fairy Treasures. And here's what she looks like. Very pretty. And she's on Under the Sea, Christmas in Williamsburg, opalescent, 28 count. And oh yeah, I stitched this such a long time ago because I did this at the beginning of July that I forgot how far I got. So you can see I got all the way down to the bottom and did all that purple along the bottom. And finish this here. I stitched a lot. I got a lot done on this one. So my goal was to finish the whole bottom of her dress, and I was really close. I was really close on that. So yeah, this one, I really like this one a lot whenever I pull it out. So those were my 2 whip goes. And then after that, I did, well, first off, I'll do this one because on 4th July, I pulled out my 4th of July rules because that makes sense. So I just stitched on it that one day. So my Primrose Cottage. And stitching this on a Mushroom Lugana. But I did get a good little bit done. I stitched the house. So got a little bit done on that one. So I'm not sure when I'll pull it out again since it's now August. I won't really be in the mood for patriotic stitching, but we'll see. And then I stitched on, I'd said that I was going to do the Java Girl stitches, had a sow, a fruit type sow that I was going to do and start all these projects. I ended up, as you saw, I didn't start any of those. I ended up not really being in the mood to do a whole bunch of new starts. So I didn't do that. So the only thing I did that kind of went along with that was I stitched on my S's for Strawberries because I love this one. I pull this one out any chance I get because I really do enjoy this one a lot. And this is on, let's see, it's Celadon 14 count. It's a green. And there's my progress. I stitched all of this, that part, all that blue and white tablecloth, finished that. So it's coming along, and I'm gonna keep stitching on this one. I'm hoping maybe I can make some time for it this month. I'd still like to work on it since it is summer. Yeah, maybe get that next row done, that next little banner of the strawberries. I'd like to do that. So yeah, I enjoy doing that. And then I did, after that I did Christmas in July. So I stitched Christmas projects. I spent 3 days on each of these. The first one was Christmas Parade by Cottage Garden Samplings. And this is also, I believe, on the Mushroom Lugana. And I did get a whole lot done on this one. So you can tell it's Santa now. I stitched all that gray and I stitched his hat. So this one, I made a lot of progress. I just had some good nights to stitch. So real happy with that. Sorry, the crease is like right there in the middle of that. Oh, there we go. So that's that one. I enjoy this one. I'm looking forward to pulling this one out some more. And I stitched on my Christmas Village. I was working on the Mrs. Claus's cookie shop. This is also in Mushroom Lugana. A big piece. And there's where I got a whole lot done. I was so close to getting the house finished. So, like I said, another 3 days and I'll have the house done. And then I just have to do her and the cookies in that bottom. So another solid week of stitching and this one will be done, I believe. So I didn't show you the rest of them. That's the fourth one. But here's, so there you can see there's those, and then there's that one. Like I said, it looks like it's far away, but right here is going to be Mrs. Santa and the little cookie table. So yeah, coming along. I said my goal was to finish this one by this Christmas. That's obviously not going to happen since there's 12 to do, and I'm only on 4. It would pretty much be all I'd be working on. So maybe next year, though. Maybe I can make some good plans to get that done next year. Okay, then another unexpected one that I worked on was my conch shell. Like I said, after, I noticed I didn't have very many finishes. I was trying to pull out stuff I was close to a finish. This was another one that I was kind of close to a finish. So this is the one I picked up next. And I finished all the stitching and got started on the beading on this one. So there it is. So I'd started the beading the blue. So I'm going to keep this one out, and hopefully this will be a finish in August, since all I have left is the beading. So. Okay. And another one, unexpected one that I worked on. Me and my son, we've started watching the Netflix series Wednesday. I had already watched it, but the new season comes out next week, and so I was looking forward to watching it, and he hadn't watched it, and he wanted to, so I said, well, I'll watch it with you again, because I need to refresh my memory anyway. So we've been watching Wednesday, and so I was trying to find something to stitch while I was watching it, and this I thought would work perfect. So I've been stitching on this. This is Mrs. Mary Rotter's spelling lesson. So I've been stitching this whenever we watch Wednesday. We've been watching 2 episodes each night, and I could pretty much finish one row in 2 episodes. So I'm almost finished with all of the rows. I have 2 rows left. I'm so glad. And then after those last 2 rows, then I can go over there and start stitching on her. Like I said, I was saving her for last because I knew she'd be fun. I didn't want to get bogged down at the end with all the words. So I'm doing the words first, and then I can do the fun stuff. So, and I don't know what this fabric is. It's a fiber on because the back is white, but I don't remember what color it is. But I really do love the color. It's really pretty. So those are all of the things that I worked on. Like I said, I felt like it was a pretty good month. I made pretty steady progress on everything that I did. So I'm glad about that. So next I'm going to show you my little bit of haul before I get into my plans, because my haul might go into my plans a little bit. Not very much haul, I only have 3 things. So first thing I got was the Cross Stitch 2025 Halloween issue. I know this has been around, everybody's already kind of done flip throughs on it, but I love it so much. It's a really good one. They did good this year. I'm real happy with what they did. So really cute. This one I thought was super cute with the little cat. I do want to stitch on that one. That one was really cute. And then there was one with a little bee that I thought was super cute. Let's see if I can just go to the back and find it, because that was one that I really liked. Oh yeah, here it is. It's so cute. This one right here, this little vampire bee. I thought that one's super cute. So anyway, there's several in here that I'm very interested in. I like how they had a variety of small, ornament types, and then bigger ones. So that's nice. So I got that, and then unexpectedly, I got this in the mail, a cross stitch Christmas called Comfort and Joy by Craftways. They gave it to me to review, and then I can pay for it or send it back, whichever. But I'm keeping it because I like this right on the cover. As soon as I saw that, I told my son, I said, well, I'm keeping it because I love that Santa that's right there on the cover. I'd love to do that. And then you can see on the back, several of these I really like. I really like this one right here. So, but yeah, it's got some really cute ones, really pretty ones. If you want me to do a flip through, let me know, and I'll do a flip through. But there's that. Some really nice ones, lots of variety. They got little whimsical things, and then they have, harder ones. Like here's kind of in the table of contents. You can kind of see. I like this. That one's pretty too. So lots of nice ones. Lots of nice ones to do. So I'm excited about stitching some of those things. And then the last thing I got was a kit that I've been wanting forever. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw Andrea Loves Cross Stitch. I think that's what her channel is. She doesn't do Flosstube anymore, but she does periodically post on Instagram. I'd followed her for years. And she pulled out a kit that she started that was her unicorn kit, and it was mine too. And I thought, well, I'm gonna look and just see if I can, if there happens to be one at a decent price. So I looked, because I hadn't looked for a while, and I looked, and they actually did have one. It was kind of expensive, but with the shipping, but not too bad. And that's this one here. Let me see if I can take out this. It's called Coastal View. I've always loved this pattern. And like I said, I finally got it for a good price. And the price ended up being even better because when I got it, it was obvious it had been open. And when I looked at the contents, the fabric was missing, which I didn't really care that much because I was going to switch out the fabric anyway. I usually do with the dimension kits. But, I told her, I paid for a complete kit and it didn't have fabric. And so she refunded me a little bit of money to cover the cost of the fabric. So that was nice of her to do that. So it ended up being even cheaper than I expected it to be. So I'm very excited to start that one. So that brings me to my plans. August is Arbitrary August for a lot of us. And I've been participating in that for several years. It's one that I don't know, Stitching Mommy started it, but I know she's the one that I learned about it from. So I decided to do that. So I was trying to decide what could I stitch on that's arbitrary that, I could stitch on for the month of August. And so I started looking, scrolling through all my journal of my whips that I have. And I realized I had not stitched on any of my kits all year. And this is August. And I haven't been stitching on those at all. All I've been stitching on mainly is seasonal projects or, the Fancy Ladies and Mill Hill kits for WIPCO. So I thought, what, this would be a good month to stitch on the kits that I have neglected all year. So that's what my Arbitrary August is going to be. It's going to be my kits. So I put all my kits on a decision wheel, and then I'm going to pick one, and I'll stitch on that one for 3 days. That's typically what I stitch my projects on, for 3 days, except for the WIPCOs. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do Arbitrary August with my kits. So before I show you the different kits that are possibilities, let me show you the two WIPCO calls. Where are they? There they are. Yep, okay. So my WIPCO are both Fancy Ladies this time. And unfortunately, both of them are ones I don't really want to work on. So I don't know how well this is going to go for me. The first one is Goddess of the Sea. This is a Joan Elliott, but it was a Design Works kit. And I've since actually bought the pattern because the pattern is not that easy to read. So I did end up buying the pattern just to have something easier to read. And here's my progress. This is on a Mo sale fabric, a 16 count. I switched out the white fabric that it came with. So there's where I'm at. So you can see I still have a pretty good bit to go. I thought I was farther along than I was, actually. I was kind of disappointed when I opened it up and realized I thought I was done with all of the bottom, all of her tail. But once I looked, I realized I was not. I still have all of this to do, plus her hair and all this. So there's still a lot to do, plus the beading and everything. So we'll see how I do on that. This is like one of my oldest whips. I've had this one a really long time. And like I said, there's other things I like a whole lot more now. So we'll just see how it goes. See how that goes. So, and then the other one is also a mermaid. And I've got Wolfie laying on my stuff. Okay, there we go. Thank you. The other one, I can't pronounce it. It's a Bella Filipina. Urduja. And I love the pattern, but reading the pattern is another story. I do not like. This was my first Bella Filipina, so I didn't know, but I don't care for her patterns as far as reading them. They're very difficult to read. So that's why I'm not liking this one. I may end up UFOing this one, to be honest, because of that. This is stitched on, let's see, Mystic Lugana, 28 count. And like I said, you can see I have the smallest of starts because, like I said, I wasn't enjoying it very much. Just a little bit of a start. So I really don't know. This one I may abandon. I'm not very far in it anyway, and just repurpose the fabric. So, because I'm not going to stitch on it if I'm, not enjoying the experience. So we'll see. I'm going to give it a try and see if once I get going on it, if the pattern becomes easier for me to read. We'll just have to see on that one. All right, so there's that. So now let me show you the kits that I have that's going to be on my decision wheel. Now, one of them is going to be New Start. One of the decisions is a New Start. And that's why I wanted to show you my my haul, because if I do a New Start, it very well may be this one. It may be something else, but this is definitely one that I'm thinking of. All right, so let me show you. I picked, I think, 8 of my kits that I thought I might want to stitch on. So one of them is Aurora. I'll show you where I'm starting from. So this is how far I got. I basically have the cabin done. So there's my starting point for that one. I have not stitched on this one in a very long time. So there's that one. Next is Woodland Enchantress. A very pretty one. And I don't have very much started on this one. A very, very small start. You can see just very little. So I'd be happy to spend 3 days on this one and get going a little bit more on that one. Okay, then, oops. This one you have seen. This one has been pulled out a good bit. Every year I tell you I'm going to finish this, and I don't. And that's my Gourmet ABCs by Designworks. Love this one, but I don't know why. I just still haven't finished it. So let me show you. I'm very far, very far. So there's where I am. See, I finished all of that. I only have, 7 blocks left. And I do have some back stitching. I started back stitching some as I go, so not all of them have to be back stitched. But yeah, there is some that has to be some back stitching to do. So I'm really, really hopeful that I can at least get 1 block done, maybe in the 3 days. That's my goal, is to get a block done. So, but yeah, so that's my progress on that one. And then I've got my newest start. That's a sunset kit called Beauty of the Beach. This is the one I started. I think I started this in June, pretty sure. Yeah, when I started this in June. And of course I didn't get a whole lot done on it, but there's my start. So I'm hoping 3 more days on this and get a little bit more of that sky done. I really do love this one so much. It's so, I just love it. It's so pretty. So, and a lot of, that's all that's like half stitches, you know, because they do a lot of half stitches on stuff like the sky. So it'll go fast. So that's one of my choices. Two more. Next is Summer Stroll. You haven't seen this one in a very long time either. But I really do love this one. And there, oops. And there's my progress on that one. So I've done some of the walkway and then it's getting started on her, which she's the best part. So I was wanting to get to her and get into her dress. So, but yeah, you can see, oops, oh gosh, such a glare. I had done this and was going into her dress. So pretty, so pretty. I love that one so much. And then the last one is Candy Cane Santa. There's that one. And I've got a pretty good bit done on this one too. I'm probably about halfway. Yeah, I'm halfway. So there's, if I have that going the right way, yep. So there it is. So working away on that one. Like I said, it's getting there. So I need to get busy on this. This is another one that I've had a really, really long time. All these kits I've had a long time because, you know, back when I was starting back to stitching, I didn't realize there were all these patterns available. I just knew about kits, so of course had a lot more kits there at the beginning, and then once I found out there was patterns and those could be done so much quicker, I got into habit, you know, I got to doing those, and my kits have kind of fallen by the wayside. So what I think I'm going to do next year is probably pick a kit, whatever one is closest to a finish, and that be a focus piece each month so I can get those kits done, because I do have some other kits that I really do like, but I'm determined I don't really want to start more kits when, you know, I have so many I'm going, and I've already started one this year. So anyway, okay. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling now, so I guess I will let you go. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I've stitched on and that you enjoy my plans. You can join me for Arbitrary August. Decide what you might want to arbitrarily stitch on and do a random generator or decision wheel like I'm doing. And I hope you have a good August. Like I said, this is very strange for me. I'm usually going back to school and teaching, and I'm not doing that right now, so it's very strange for me right now. So I need to kind of keep busy and not thinking about everybody else going back to school, and I'm not doing that because I do kind of miss it. I miss seeing the kids. So it's going to be an adjustment definitely for me this month. So, but I'm enjoying my semi-retirement, so it'll all be good. So anyway, so have a great August, and I will see you at the end of the month. Bye.